Good evening-ish, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa here on the porch, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the little old day. I just thought I'd drop in and show you me, since earlier I was in my equipment. I've taken a bath since then. I'm clean. I changed my clothes, but I'm sticking with the apron. Yep, just like in the old days when I would go to work as a Waitron unit or a bartender. Actually, as a bartender, last job I worked, I had to wear a cummerbund and a tuxedo shirt and a tie. But my waitress jobs, which I had for many years when I moved back here from Houston, Texas, I wore an apron. I didn't like wearing an apron back then at all. I hated it with a passion. With the heat of 1,000 exploding volcanoes, ladies and gentlemen. And now I've come to embrace the apron once again in my life. And then at the end of the night, I take it off and I hang it up. I'm almost like a 50s housewife now. I have pearls. I wear an apron all day. I'm in skirts a lot. Oh my God, it's hitting me. All I have to do now is greet Joel at the dinner with a pot roast in my hand, high heels, and I don't know, his pipe, and have the Spencer run him the paper, and the dog can bring the slippers or something. Yeah. And we will be living in a 50s sitcom here in the home. Uno momento, por favor. It's raining gently, yet effectively. By the way, my shirt, I don't know if I can show you this, says woman, I can hardly resist, or explain, my inner I am my blind, forgiving me the meaning of success. I don't even know how this goes. Hold on. Snazzy, look, see, these just snap right around your neck. It says woman. Oh my dear, I'm getting really too much. Women newspapers or something. I wrote for this establishment. Actually, I still could right now. I just sort of casually weaned off of it. What happened was, oh God, I really didn't mean to launch into a story, but now I'm going to launch into a story because of my shirt. All because of my shirt, ladies and gentlemen. And my delightful hairdo. This is driving me crazy over here tonight. All right, years ago, in a land far, far away, I should start a new series, like within a series, just like a history of my shirts or something, because I'm launching into a story over my clothing. Okay, in a land far, far away, which would be here, I worked for the paper where I work now, or I'm laid off, but you know what I'm saying. And I had my column, and for some reason I was trying to get published in other periodicals, publications, whatever. And so I found this, and so I found a paper somehow just by farting around looking online. And it was Press and Journal publications across the state. And they have several different papers that they print, or that they have their, however that works, ladies and gentlemen, Press and Journal, and then they have all kinds of different ones. And they had this woman newspapers, very nice publication, extremely, it's delightful looking, in fact. I'm not sure if she's still doing it or what happened. Her name was Louise. Could be why I call everybody Louise. No, I've done that for years. Middle name Louise, cat's name Louise. I've done it ever since Houston, Texas. I have no idea why. At any rate, one thing led to another. She said she really couldn't pay me, but she could give me exposure, which is generally the case. So I was exposed big time in the woman newspapers in the Dauphin County and I don't remember what other county, but I was there for a long time. I would just basically recycle my columns that I would do for David, so it wasn't any skin off my nose, really, and she would edit to kind of gear it more toward her audience, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want about Mother. I could, as long as I kind of gave background, where my audience now kind of knows about Mother. I don't have to give the whole background of her life when I do a column, kind of like these videos. I don't have to sit here and tell you every detail. Oh, dear comes a vehicle. So, yeah, I wrote for them for a long time. I still could now. Like I said, I just kind of got out of it. Suddenly, I think I was having health issues and whatnot, and one thing led to another. One thing leads to another, yeah. So, I do not write for her any longer, and like I said, I'm not even sure if she's still in business after this whole situation. But when Spencer was younger, I don't remember the age. I'm going to say 13-ish or something. Well, you know, he was unschooled. So he didn't go to public school. And we went across the state because I wanted to, why did we go? I mean, was it specifically to meet Louise? We were just going to kill a few birds with one stone. Like, my friend Amy lived over there. I graduated high school with her. She now lives here in Coney Lake again. But it was in Middletown, Pennsylvania. And 3 Mile Island happened there. This is where this Louise, where the Press and Journal was located. I keep pointing to this. And Gettysburg was close by, and all this jazz. And so we went over and stayed with Amy. Very delightful of her and her now ex-husband to have us over there and entertain us and feed us delicious Italian food every night. And then we toured the Gettysburg battlefields, which actually Amy wasn't really into it, and Spencer's more of a World War II kid and always has been, but I enjoyed it, even though I have my questions about all of our history now. I question with boldness the existence of it, because it was kind of a partial Thomas Jefferson quote. You know, because things are going down in our history books right now that are just complete BS that we're living through now, or we lived through in the last 4 or 5 years, that it's just part of our history. Everybody just accepts it as true, and they blah, 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 blah about it. So I don't trust history. Not saying the Civil War didn't happen. I'm just saying, well, maybe it didn't. Who knows? Seriously, I would not be surprised if everything was false. I really wouldn't be. Oh, dear. Bottom line is, from what I know of it, or have been told or accepted at the time, I found it to be fascinating, and so I really enjoyed the tour. And then on the way home, we stopped at this military, what was it, like a World War II type museum. I forget what it was. It was near Penn State. Spencer and I did this, which was interesting. As you know, we're not huge into wars or any of that jazz at all, but it was kind of neat to see the different thing. I think it was like an airplane place. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hold me to it. The bottom line is, I used to work for this paper, write for the paper. It was just like a quarterly, every 3 months or something. I could be wrong about everything, including the Civil War. Wait, hang on. Trying again to shut up for a few seconds. So I wrote for her for quite a while, and then she sent me this shirt and some other really nice things for the holidays one year. Of course, they would send me the publication every week. And yeah, Spencer and I had a field trip over there. Was the roundabout way of getting into that as well, in terms of his official portfolio, which was needed by the school district. And mind you, my boss, David Chafe, the publisher of the Community News since 1987, was on the school board. Not that he didn't really care about it, well, he probably did care about it. And, I didn't really divulge my technique until now. And Spencer's 24, and he got a diploma, and he also got a, what's called a GED. He did both by going to the adult read program, and if you did extra work, which he did completely, I think he was 19, they would give you a regular diploma from Meadville School, and he was like the valedictorian and gave the speech and all that jazz. And that was the only formal schooling he ever had in his life. In fact, he's the one who told me about Nikola Tesla. I'd never heard of him. Spencer comes traipsing out of the bedroom at age 15. He started to bloviate wildly about Nikola Tesla and how he was ripped off, and now Edison, or I don't know, whoever, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, and I had no clue of whom he spoke. Now I do know. Bigly. Hold on. Loud vehicles, rain, doesn't mix. I should probably let you go. We're creeping up on 9 minutes. But I didn't really even come on here to tell you the story about my shirt. It just happened. Just one of those things. I come on to tell you something entirely different, but we'll get to that later. Remind me, I'm sure. What I want to talk to you about is, I remembered how I ditched my political identities altogether. Identity. Like, I don't believe in it. I want everybody away from it. Get out of the cult. Come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon. Babylon, the great whore of Babylon, whatever it says. Whatever it says, get out of it. Okay. On that charming note, I'm going to release you from bondage. Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. See? While coming at you with thoughts of the day, join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. And remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for this. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. And also, war, maybe they didn't really happen. Who knows? Don't leap on me about this. I'm just saying I'm suspicious about official history. So stop right now. Stop what you're doing. Get down. Okay, goodbye.